Hi folks. I have a method for checking that I'm on track with appraising and planning my research directions. I'm going to share that strategy with you today. This will probably most suit the early to mid-career researcher in academia. You don't need fancy technology to do this. I usually grab a piece of paper, but these are the lines that I tend to scribble out on the page first, and then I fill them in. So whether you're doing it in PowerPoint or on a piece of paper with a pen, either is going to work out fine. And here are the headings that I go for. First, I start out with stuff that I enjoy. Then I move down to what messages do I want to send out to the world. It's a really useful question to keep asking yourself because this question often your answers will change to it over time. The nearing completion and so start with projects that are wrapping up. And then I go, okay, so what's the stuff that's actually new or starting out or midway through that is the big stuff that I'm working on at the moment. And it might be just one or two projects, it might be a few, and similarly with the papers. What messages do these projects and papers send out to the world? This is really important because it's got to align. Then I do a pie chart and I just literally just scribble down what it is that I'm up to and how much time these things are taking up. And I'm only considering here my research, what's going on in research. So this is not service or teaching. Here you can see I've filled it in what it looks like for me today. So stuff that I enjoy, this is the stuff that doesn't tend to change too much. I like ethnography, I like making films, gameful learning and my pedagogies, and I like a bunch of different types of qualitative approaches. What messages do I want to send out to the world? I am a social scientist. I do higher education. Right, so the projects that I'm working on at the moment, I've got one that's wrapping up now, and I've got a few papers underway that are in various states of just about finished, just about over that line. So that's exciting because that is quite a big old chunk of time that I've got to dedicate to those projects, and they'll be off my desk shortly. These are the ones that are coming in that are new or underway, and there's a couple of papers here that I really need to make sure I don't forget to shuffle them along on the tracks. So that's what I'm working on. And then what messages do these projects send out to the world, and do they align with this stuff over here in this column? So this is a moment for me to really whittle down what's it about, what have I got represented in what I'm doing right now, and does it align? Sometimes I put a little coloring system or a numbering system beside these so that I can double check. So I'll go over here and go social scientist, strong in methodology. Okay, what am I doing that's methodological that aligns to these methods that I am into? And what am I doing in medical education? Am I doing anything in that space? And yes, I am. I'm doing something in AI in medical education at the moment. So great, got that one covered. And yeah, just have a wee think about the gaps that I've got. And then I come over to the pie chart of happiness, fill that in. Now, finishing up papers, this will always be on my pie chart, and it always is taking up at least a fifth, if not a quarter, of all the time that I spend on research. A lot of my research is writing. If for you it might be different, it might be labs, collecting data. These are the big projects that I've got going on at the moment. But I feel like because I've had this other big one that's just finishing up now, that maybe I've got space for something on the horizon, and that I could possibly fit in. And so then I'll do some brainstorming according to where my gaps are at the moment and think about what my next project might be that will align to the stuff that I enjoy, the message I want to send to the world, and stuff I'm not already doing heaps of. So yeah, hope this helps.